Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the North Face Kaban Backpack 2.0. And we've featured a few different bags from North Face on the channel in the past, and I've usually been impressed with the quality and feature set that they offer. They also normally come in at a pretty reasonable price point, and we looked at the original version of this bag a while back on the channel, and I really enjoyed testing that one out, so I was excited to see what sort of updates the company had made on this newer version. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience using this over the past couple of weeks. I'll talk about some of the updates, how I've loaded it out, and also how it compares to some of the other popular EDC bags that we've featured on the channel. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. Like the original Kaban backpack, this definitely has a little bit more of a sleeker and modern vibe than a lot of North Face's other bags. It's more minimal, it doesn't have as many straps or attachment points, so it feels a little bit more commuter and tech focused, like it's gonna work well in a professional setting, and it's still gonna be great for taking into the outdoors or exploring a city. And then moving into the exterior, the bag is made out of a 300D recycled polyester fabric, and then you also have this kind of TPU laminate on the front, which feels like it's going to offer a nice amount of weather resistance. The bag comes in at slightly over 2 pounds, so it's not too heavy, especially for a bag of this size, but it still feels like it's going to hold up well to rougher usage. You even have some reinforced kind of 1680D ballistic nylon here on the bottom, and then you also have some very nice YKK zippers all throughout. Continuing along the outside of the bag, I was very happy to see that you have two external water bottle pockets that offer a decent amount of space. Currently what I have in this one is the same 20-ounce water bottle that you've seen in a lot of my other daily bag videos, and that fits in there really comfortably, and I like that the compartment offers some nice elasticity, so if you happen to have a thicker water bottle, it should be able to fit in there comfortably. It's also a pretty deep compartment, so if you have something taller, it doesn't feel like it's going to fall out accidentally, so a really nice implementation here. And then because of the elasticity, it's great that the water bottle pockets hug the bag when they're not in use. Also at the bottom, you have this nice little drainage hole in case you happen to spill something or you get caught in some rain. And then on each side of the bag, you have an attachment point near the top, and I like that this is kind of hidden until you actually need to use it. You have a little loop, which is going to be a great spot to attach something like a carabiner. This is normally where I would hold my hero clip. And then on the front of the bag, you just have the bright North Face logo, which is reflective. You also have the Kaban name on the front of the bag, so you have a few reflective points to give you some extra visibility when you're riding around in a darker setting. And then at the top of the bag, you have a carrying handle, which is pretty nice. It doesn't offer a ton of padding, but it feels like it's not gonna tear even when the bag is a little bit more packed out. And I like that it comes up enough to make it easy to grab the bag, but it doesn't dig into your shoulders, and it kind of stays out of the way when it's not in use. As far as the capacity, the bag comes in at about 27 liters, which is a really versatile size in my opinion. It's a little bigger than what I would normally like to use for my day-to-day, but I was able to hold everything that I normally like to carry with me and have some leftover capacity. And I like that because the bag has a pretty slim form factor, it hugged my back nicely and it didn't really stick out even when it was packed out, which made it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and carrying on to pretty much any domestic and international airline. Taking a look at the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been pretty comfortable to wear. I like how the straps have been implemented here. They have a decent amount of padding. On the inside, I would have liked to have seen a more meshy material to provide some extra breathability. And then I do like that the straps have a nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into my shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. And then on the straps, you also have a nice adjustable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. Moving into the back paneling, this has also been pretty comfortable. I like the amount of padding that's been included here. Like the straps, there's no sort of meshy, breathable material, which I would have liked to have seen, but so far it's felt pretty good. And then I like that the padding has this elevation to create this nice air channel to provide you with ventilation while you're walking around throughout the day. And then on the back paneling, one last thing I wanted to call out is that you have this really nice luggage pass-through, so it's going to allow you to rest this on a suitcase while traveling to save some weight on your back.
Jumping into the organizational options, the bag has a nice variety of pockets all throughout. Starting off on the front, you have a very simple quick access pocket here. This is a zippered compartment that's very easy to get to during the day. It doesn't offer a ton of space, just enough for any of these smaller items that I need to grab. So in this compartment, I threw in my lightning cable with a power brick, and I also have a simple deck of playing cards. On the inside, you can see there's no soft fleece lining or additional organization, so just a very simple compartment. And then on the side, you have another simple zippered compartment. I like the vertical orientation of the zipper here. This is great for swinging the bag around and grabbing something without taking the bag all the way off. This also offers a decent amount of space for anything taller that you need to hold. And it actually offered more volume than I was expecting, especially considering that these two pockets rest against each other. They do share a little bit of volume, but I was able to still hold the items that I wanted to. So in this one, I tossed in my Ray-Ban sunglasses with their case. And then I also have my Blue Pop portable Bluetooth speaker and power bank on the inside here. Same kind of bright lining, so that's nice that it does make it easier to see everything that's in the compartment, but no internal organization in this compartment either. Next up at the top, you have a larger kind of admin compartment that has some nice internal organization for these smaller accessories that you might need to grab during the day. So a nice variety of pockets here. Starting off on the flap, you have two kind of elastic mesh compartments. I like the mesh that's used here so you can see what's in the compartment. It also allows you some flexibility with what you store because it comes out. And these compartments are interesting. They have this kind of flap closure at the top to prevent items from falling out, but it's still pretty easy to get everything in and out. So in this compartment, I just placed my GoPro. And then in the compartment next to that, which is a little bit smaller, I placed my Apple Magic Mouse. And one of the nice things about these compartments is that on the inside, it has this soft fleece lining, which is going to be good for preventing scratching. And then on the other side of the compartment, you have a lot of additional kind of pockets and straps that you can use for all of your stuff. First up at the top, you have just a larger sleeve that has, again, a soft fleece lining. This is going to be a good spot for storing something like a tablet. I actually stored my tablet in the laptop compartment that we'll take a look at in a second, but if you have an extra tablet, an e-reader, a larger phone, it should be able to fit in here comfortably and you have some level of protection. And then beyond that, you have a nice zippered compartment that again is going to offer some extra space. I didn't really place anything in here because there's just so many different pockets throughout the bag, and I have pouches that I didn't really need to store anything, but it's nice to have this extra spot for smaller items that you don't want kind of getting lost. Then in front of that, you have another zippered compartment. This one is interesting. It has a little bit of volume. It's not mesh, so it kind of keeps whatever you have in here a little bit more concealed. I just have a little manicure set in this compartment, but this might be a good spot for a hard drive, a portable battery, maybe some cables. So I really like the amount of space that this compartment offers and that it actually zippers so that nothing falls out accidentally. And then next to that, you have a few small slots for something like a pen. Currently what I have in this one is my Fisher Space Pen. And then next to that, you have a slip pocket, which is a good size for something like a wallet or maybe a portable hard drive as well. In this case, I just have my Apple AirPods that I can grab them quickly. This compartment doesn't have any elasticity, so items can slide out when you open the bag, as I currently have it here. And then you have a few elastic bands, which are gonna be great for, longer and slimmer items. So in this case, I just have a little flashlight, but if you have dongles, this might be a great spot to put them. Below that, you have some very simple slots that are pretty shallow, so they might be good for holding anything that you place into this band, kind of keep it organized, or if you have business cards or something, this may be a good spot for those. And then below that, the compartment actually goes down quite a bit, so you do have some extra space for additional accessories that you might have with you. In my case, I just tossed in this ghost whale pouch from Tom Bin, which is pretty small, and I just kind of tossed it in to every backpack that I have. The bottom of this compartment again has some fleece lining, so if you have a tablet that you want to place in here or some other sort of delicate device, maybe like a Nintendo DS, you can place it here and it's going to have some level of protection. The compartment also goes down to about the end of the bag here where the laminate section, so you have a decent amount of depth for anything that you need to store. So again, just a really nice variety of pockets all throughout in this section. The next area that we're going to be taking a look at is the laptop compartment, and so it has a separate laptop and tablet area on the back, and this has a very well protected and aqua guarded zipper, so I really like how well it feels like that's going to keep water out. So opening this compartment up, it's got a pretty nice wide opening so you can easily grab your device. It has these gussets on the side to kind of just allow it to open wide but not completely flat. And then you have a few different sections in this area, so plenty of space for any devices that you might need to carry with you. On the front, closest to the main compartment of the bag, I didn't place anything. This might be a good spot to put something like a folder or a magazine, maybe a book. And there is space for a device here if you so desire. This sleeve is kind of padded on both sides, so it'll still offer some protection if you're somebody who has to carry 2 or 3 or 4 devices. There's going to be a spot for many of them all throughout this bag, and this is going to be one of them. And then in between is what I think is kind of the main tablet sleeve, especially if you have a 9 or a 10-inch tablet. This is going to be a great spot to store it. It's well padded on both sides, and the compartment for the tablet is actually suspended, so it will be protected against drops. Currently what I have here is just an iPad mini. You can see that fit in there very easily. And then on the back of the compartment, you have a well-padded laptop sleeve. This is something that North Face bags normally do pretty well. You have a sleeve here that's pretty rigid and thick. You have fleece lining on both sides of the compartment to help prevent against scratching. The compartment isn't suspended, which I was a little bit surprised by. It does have some padding on the bottom, so it feels like my device is protected even when I place my bag down, but I do wish that the sleeve had been pulled up a little bit just to give a little bit more peace of mind. This is definitely going to be able to hold up to a 15 or 16-inch laptop comfortably. Currently what I have in here is my 13-inch MacBook Pro. You can see just how much leftover space there is. So pulling my laptop out. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. So this comes up a decent amount, which is going to make it great for holding a thicker device if that's what you normally use. Plenty of space. Again, you have the soft fleece lining on both sides. So even though the compartment isn't as suspended as I would have liked to have seen, it really does feel like my devices are going to be well protected while I'm running around throughout the day. And then the last area that we're going to be taking a look at is the main compartment. Before jumping into the compartment, first thing I want to call out is the zipper. So this is the one area of the bag that uses a different style of zipper. It has this kind of exposed teeth zipper that I'm not really a huge fan of. To me, it doesn't always work as smoothly as the other style of zippers that the bag has. They're still YKK, but I just don't like the style. I feel like they can get snagged a little bit. It doesn't seem like they're gonna offer quite as much weather resistance. They've worked well so far in this and in other bags that I've used. Might be just more of a preference thing, but something that I wanted to call out. And so opening the compartment up, it has a pretty nice wide opening so you can get a good view into what's on the inside. You can reach down and grab what you need. Really like this style of compartment, even though it doesn't open up fully clamshell, which is still my preference overall for bags. I still think this can work pretty well. You can see with the items that I have in here for my day-to-day, there's still some leftover capacity at the top if I wanted to toss in a jacket or a change of clothes or something like that. Diving into what I currently have here, first up at the top, I just have a simple pouch from Nightcore, which is a little bit more padded. This is something that holds a point and shoot camera and some of the other delicate accessories that I might want to carry with me. And then I also have my Beats Studio wireless headphones with their case. Moving down towards the bottom, I tossed in my DJI Mavic Mini drone with its hard case. Next to that, I also have the Alpaca Elements tech case, which is one of the tech cases that I've been enjoying a lot recently. If you want to see how I packed this out, I'll make sure to do a link in the description below to the in-depth walkthrough that I did for this. And then I also have near the bottom a full-size moleskin notebook. And then the last item that I have in here is my Levitate portable standing desk. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. So a very simple layout here, just a big bucket of space, no internal pockets or straps. And I like that this comes up a decent amount so it can still handle some bulkier items well, or this will also allow me to store a packing cube and maybe a dop kit for use as a minimal travel bag. So just really like the amount of space offered in this main area and the layout and design throughout the bag. It looks really nice, and if you're interested in a durable and comfortable bag that's gonna offer plenty of space and organization, this is gonna be a great option to check out.
And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Kaban Backpack 2.0 over the past couple of weeks, and you can currently purchase this on the company site for about $150, which to me feels like a pretty reasonable price considering the features and build quality that it has to offer, and it also compares well to other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag that this made me think of is the North Face Surge backpack, which we looked at pretty recently on the channel. That was another really versatile option from the company, well built, very comfortable. That's actually going to offer a little bit more space and extra organizational options. That one had a ton of pockets all throughout. Beyond that, it had the same great laptop protection that we saw in this bag, a comfortable harness system. And so if you're looking for something that has the North Face's quality and style, but that's going to offer a little bit more space and organization, then that's going to be a great option to take a look at. The next bag this made me think of is the Boundary Supply Errant Pack, which has been one of my favorite daily bags of the past few years. It has a very comfortable harness system. I really like the organizational layout that it offers. It is a top-loading bag that can open up fully flat, so you can have full visibility into all of your gear. It has great laptop protection. It's going to be a little bit smaller than this, coming in at about 24 liters. But the nice thing about that bag is it also has a good ecosystem of modular accessories. So if you're somebody who might need to carry camera gear with you every once in a while, or you're just looking for a very solid tech bag that's going to be a little bit smaller than this, then that's going to be a great option to check out. Another bag this made me think of is the Evergood CHZ26, which we also looked at pretty recently, and that was a really great, durable, all-purpose bag. It has a very minimal aesthetic and a really simple layout. It's not going to have as many pockets as this, but it feels super well built. It's comfortable to wear. It has two great external water bottle pockets, solid laptop protection, and if you're looking for a bag that's going to have a little bit more of a minimal aesthetic and a simpler layout, but still offer a ton of space, and that's going to be a fantastic option to take a look at. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Mystery Ranch Urban Assault 24, which is a really solid all-purpose bag. It comes in at 24 liters of capacity, which on paper sounds smaller than the 27 liters of the Kaban backpack, but I feel like it's actually able to hold a little bit more just due to its layout and its simpler organizational structure. It has the tri-zip opening that Mystery Ranch is known for, so you have a lot of access and visibility into the full volume of the bag. You can really pack out a lot of stuff. It still has some nice quick access pockets, two external water bottle pockets, and the harness system on the Urban Assault 24 is actually going to be a little bit more comfortable in my opinion. It also has great laptop protection, so if you're looking for a bag that has this type of a vibe that's going to give you plenty of space and a lot of comfort, then that's going to be one of the best options that you can take a look at. With that being said, the Kaban Backpack 2.0 holds up really well against all those bags, and if you're looking for a comfortable and durable bag that's going to offer plenty of space and organizational options, this is going to be a good option to take a look at. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the updates that the North Face has made to the Kaban backpack and how it compares to some of the other popular daily bags that we featured on the channel. And if there are any similar options that you think I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank you for watching and supporting the channel, and if you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.